Yo, what's going on? What's everyone saying? Live in the cut. The Friend and Foe show. It's been a minute. Can everyone hear me, yeah? Everyone can hear me?
Yeah, nice and clear.
Nice and clear. Sweet. What's everyone telling me today, man? It's been a minute, though. What's it been, like 3 weeks now?
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm good, man. I'm just chilling. It's getting sunny over here, so yeah, I can only smile. Yeah.
I didn't even know that's where. I didn't even know it gets sunny from 7th place, but we move anyway. Yeah, Nico, what are you telling me, though?
Yeah, I'm good. On top of the world.
Oh, you man won today as well, innit? You man won today as well.
That's why she has that wide ass grin on her face.
As always, innit? As always, and let's welcome. Oh, go on. Yes. What are we saying, man? Like Kojo. What are you telling me?
Yes. I'm gonna know what you saying. You good?
Nah, man. I'm just here, bro. Big up to everyone inside, man. Appreciate it. Yes, Ryan. What are you telling me? Big up yourself. Yeah, do you know what it is? Yeah, like it's looking a bit rough, you know. Man ain't seen the barbers in a couple months and that, so the glasses have to come back to at least make man look a little bit nice. You know, we move. It is what it is. But yeah, man. What we saying? What's new, man? What's new? It's been a minute. What's new?
To be fair, since we last saw each other, Liverpool are still crap.
Oh yeah, you've got your back-to-back L's and that, so I appreciate that.
United have gone from 2 points behind Man City. We've gone from 2 points behind Man City to 10 points, and
13 after today, actually.
13, oh yeah, raw.
13 after today is kind of mad.
And then City are top of the league. They're just winning games, and it's jarring. But let's forget City because we're not going to turn this to the Yam City show.
No, bruv.
My team are the most entertaining, honestly. Last time we did this, it was the Man United show. Like there was literally no City mentioned. That's true. Man United from start to finish. So
it was, to be fair, and it was crazy because I don't even think United played that day. It was the day before West Brom, wasn't it?
Yeah. No. It wasn't. Was it West Brom?
Was it West Brom?
No, wasn't it West Ham?
It was. You were gonna play someone the next day.
Yeah, I think it was West Ham. We played West Ham on. Wait, did we play West Ham on the weekend?
Now West Ham was a cup game.
Yeah, but I swear it was on a weekend though.
I don't know. All the days are muddled up for me.
No, I think it was West Brom. Because I'm sure I was in Manchester.
I don't even know.
Yes,
I can't
the last time was your birthday, wasn't it? Nah, it's been a while, but now it's good to be back, man.
What's Conrad saying?
You guys have been ignoring me because of your teams cancelling every week.
Yeah, guys, on to us.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah, life has just been mad these days. You know, like this year, I'm like working almost every single day that I can. So if I can't squeeze in, like obviously, the show or the podcast in between, it's hard. But do you know what? Last week, I can't even lie. I think that was down to massive laziness, man. I can't even lie because, like, obviously I'm on this like weight loss journey, and I did like a mad workout last week Sunday, and I was just tired in bed, and I was just like, I can't be bothered. Like when you man were like, it was life, innit? I was just like going along with you, like, it's life stuff. But nah, big up to everyone inside. Conrad is like, big up, Manny. Worried about Chelsea. Can't lie still. Jan, I told you about Messi Lingard.
No, you said he was going to score and he didn't score, so.
But you know what, just a quick one. I want to touch on Lingard, Like, what do you man think about his performances with West Ham? You know what, Gojo, you just come back at the right time. I'm going to open up to you. You know what, Lingard at West Ham, Like, have Man United, well, not even Man United, has Ollie taken an L with that? Like, sending Lingard on loan,
Manny likes spending everything on Ollie.
Wait. I know, because he's the one that has the sanction at the end of the day, innit? So man's obviously sent Lingard on loan, taking the L with him, and then obviously what's his name's back. And what's his name's getting game time? Daniel James. Like Daniel James, to be fair, what is it? 2 goals and assists in I think these last 2 or 3 appearances. 3 appearances, yeah. So it's not been too bad, but still like I don't know. What do you think about Messi though? Man said Messi. Messi Lingard.
No, you know what? I think it's good that Lingard got the move because I feel like he needed something new. He's been there for a while and I think it got a bit stagnant. But at the same time, where it can look a bit bad for us is that whether he's playing the left side or right side, he's been shining for West Ham. And he's been doing well with Antonio, a striker that actually does his job, if you know what I'm talking about. So,
wait, what are you talking
on the
about?
right side,
which striker doesn't do their job?
Someone from France. So
wait, is Jesus from France though? Anyways, carry on.
No, he does his job.
Okay. Okay. Apparently, he does his job.
Yeah, well. But no, honestly, I think it's been good for Lingard. Lingard wasn't doing the thing at United for a while anyway. So it's not really an L. Sometimes players go somewhere else and they get rejuvenated, they get a breath of fresh air. You know, he's obviously always going to be a London boy. I've seen that in him anyway. So I think he's enjoying playing with these guys right now. He'll probably get a permanent move as well. It's good for him. But it's an L for us. The fact that we still need the right winger, that's a fat L. So the fact that he's playing well right now is quite annoying to watch. I won't lie to you.
What's it, Ryan saying? Gabby defo does a better job. We'll get onto that. No, I agree with you though because you know what? Yeah,
sarcastic, by the way.
I know he is.
Yeah.
But we'll get onto that.
No.
You know what I mean? We'll get. You know what? F it. Let's get onto it now, man. I don't even care. I don't care.
Pure haters everywhere.
No.
Wait, who are we chatting about first, Martial or Gabby? Because I think they're both
Daniel, we've spoken enough about that guy from France, bro. Let's talk about. I'm not even in my own house. His name's banned here. That's how deep it is. So let's go to Gabriel Jesus.
Bro, you don't even back your boy like that.
Who's my boy?
Martial.
Why?
I swear you got a number 9 shirt with his name on the back, though. Why are you chatting?
You're sick.
No. I swear, bro, you be chatting the most like Martial's, bro. You.
Me? By the way, you better tell Ryan to stop talking before we get onto certain box-to-box strikers, if you know what I'm talking about.
Do you know what's mad, yeah? Do you know, like, Firmino, yeah, finally wants to act like a striker and get goals in his game, and everyone is upset at him for trying to score goals. Like, I don't get it. I rate him. I think he's one of the top strikers in the league, dude, to be fair.
Huh? What league?
Your league, you know?
Nah, you're boying it. Look, listen. Let's go back to Martial. I don't want to start on Bobby Firmino.
Okay, cool. You know what? Let's go to Martial. Cordial, what's the problem with him, man? Big up. Come on, talk.
He's not doing his job. What he's been paid for, he's not doing it. So why should we keep him there? It's that simple.
Okay.
6 years. 6 years. No. 6 years. 6 years. And he's been told left wing striker, Daniel. left wing striker. He goes up front. He did his thing last year. Fantastic. Where's the upgrade? He's on the same amount of goals, all competitions, as Scott McTominay, who plays much deeper. What's going on with your number 9? Why is he my number 9? Why is it that a 33-year-old man who should be chilling on the bench enjoying his last bit of pay in a top league is outperforming him in his club? Why? Okay.
Man, you don't have any answer to that.
No, I'm just taking it in, innit? I'm listening.
Yannick has just sat back drinking.
It's true. Bro, listen, Manny, me and you have been in the same group chat for what, 2 years now, for what he says here. And there's been times where I've stood up for Martial. But even if I stand up for you, doesn't mean I'm always going to be on your side. I'm going to show you levels. But the guy really and truly is not levels. If Man United want to go back to winning titles or winning this or winning that, is he the man to lead you to it? Is he going to get you the goals to lead you to anything?
No, but then,
no. I think he's going to have like the same legacy as Luis Fabiano. And I think I'm even being harsh to players like Luis Fabiano. I don't think Martial is going to go down as like anything great or anything special. Like, he had great potential and people bought into that potential because fair enough, his first goal was against Liverpool and that goal still burns me till this day.
He rips her all to pieces.
And then that season, he did all right. And then apart from last season, Martial has been non-existent, getting 10 goals here, 6 goals here. And like, this can't be your king. This can't be your player that you're defending.
You say 6 goals. It was one season, yeah, he got 6 goals. And saying that, that season.
You know what? You know what?
And
Let's
that
actually
season,
go
Ray, let me tell you, that season, that's the only season
performance.
Yeah, it was in the league, and I think it was 20. When did Jesus come? Was it 2015, 2016?
Gabby Jesus.
16.
It was
when he scored that offside goal against Spurs.
That's the season.
He's 19 when he came, and he's like 23 now.
Yeah, so the season Jesus came.
Well,
yeah, but the season Jesus came, I think it was season after Martial, is the season Martial only got 6 goals in the league. And that was when obviously Jose came in and was doing that Rashford and Martial swip over thing.
He got 4 goals.
6 goals and 4 goals and 6 assists, didn't it?
17, he got 4 goals in the league. And then
4? And how many games?
In 25. And then he got never in 42. 8 and 44 altogether.
Look, all I'm going to say is 2 things. Firstly, Jeremiah is saying this, and he's one of the biggest Martial fanboys I've seen. Secondly, like, no disrespect to Gabriel Jesus, but the fact that we're now comparing Anthony Martial to Gabriel Jesus, who's not even a prolific striker himself. Like, I think I saw Yannicka praising him for pressing the goalkeepers, which when I saw that, I was just shaking my head. That's some Sunday League stuff. But the fact that we're comparing him to Jesus,
my thing is, right? The thing is, I like Gabby, right? But he's not, like you say, a prolific goal scorer. He doesn't score enough. That is his issue. He doesn't score enough. He's not clinical enough. And that is my issue with him. What I do say about Gabby is in our system, he works hard and he actually has an impact on how we play. So it's still not good enough. I'm not going to claim that he's Aguero because he's not Aguero and he's not close to Aguero. But it's just one of them things where it's like, if Man City were losing every game, I'd be putting a lot more pressure on him because I'd be saying, your job is to score goals, which it is. So his job is to score goals. If he doesn't score goals and we don't win and he starts up front, that loss, if it's, say, 0-0, that loss is on him because it's his job as a striker to win us that game. The thing is with Man City is everyone in the squad can score. We won 2-1 today. A midfielder didn't score and an attacker didn't score. The 2 centre-backs scored. So with City, if City were doing badly, he would be getting exposed more. My issue with Gabby is no one rates Gabby. I've not found anyone outside Man City that says Gabby is the next best thing. But I hear people all the time. You've got Ryan, who's a Liverpool fan, in the comments saying Martial is amazing. Martial is this, Martial is that. I think a striker, let's go through the seasons, his overall seasons. His first season as a professional footballer, to be fair, he only played 11 in the league. He got 2 goals. Then he got 9 in 35. Then he got 0 in 3. Then he joined United and got 11 in 31. Then he got 4 in 25. Then he got 9 in 30. Then he got 10 in 27. Then he got 17 in 32. Then he got 4 in 20. So altogether, had 55 goals in 165 appearances at Man United. So
Jan, what you're telling us is that it took him 5 years to get to 17.
Five years.
Martial, this is the funeral of Martial FC. Please continue.
And then Gabby, who I agree doesn't score enough. The first season he got 7 in 10. The second season he got 13 in 29. The third season he got 7 in 29, which was bad for him. Then he got 14 in 34. Then he got 4 in 17. So overall, to be fair, he does score more in Europe than he scores in the Prem. That's always been the case. But he's got 45 in 119, which he gets slated for. Rightly so, because he's supposed to be a striker. My issue is that Gabby gets slated for his stats, but with Martial, it's like, oh, no, he's got potential. But potential, without actually doing anything, is pointless. I could say, for example, Greenwood has more potential than Foden. But if Foden goes on to be getting big numbers and winning trophies every single season, doing masterclasses every single game, doesn't matter how much potential Greenwood has if he doesn't do the same thing. And this is my issue with it, because it's all if Martial was here, if Martial was there, and a lot of people blame Ollie, but he's actually had his best season under Ollie. So as much as you can blame Ollie, what was he doing before Ollie came? Because he wasn't scoring then either. So he's been at United for 6 years. And like Kojo says, it took him, 4 years to get 17. You know, it's not, I don't know. I just think this whole shoulda, woulda, coulda is pointless in football. You have to, there will have been players that when Ronaldo was coming through at United, they had more potential than him at that stage. But he went on to be one of the best players in the world, and they probably fell off. So that's the difference. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like Gabby's numbers are great, because they're not. Do you know what I mean? I'd say his off the ball, pressing, all that stuff, which is why I say pressure on the keeper. I know people joke about it, but what he does off the ball is great for us. And I've heard Man United fans say the same about Martial. Oh, he really helps our team. We win more games when he plays, blah, blah, blah. So I don't watch Man United, so I'm just going to assume that he's the same. But all I'm saying is Martial is rated and Gabby is not, and I don't understand why.
Yo, yeah, you know what, yeah, Ryan? I know you ain't talking about Mo Salah.
He hates Mo Salah.
But he hates him so much. I still don't understand why.
I don't understand. I don't understand
why.
Right, I've never met you. So
I've seen the madness.
But you know, Ryan, do you want to jump on and explain yourself? Like, if anyone wants to jump on, just say it. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm seeing the madness in the comments. People saying that Martial's Man United's second best player after Pogba. Are you what?
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? Do you know? I think the problem is that a lot of these people, or if they disagree, they can come up and tell me to shut up. But I think a lot of these people watch compilations instead of full 90 minutes, because you cannot watch a full 90 minutes and say Martial is your second best player after Pogba. You just can't. Martial's not better than Bruno Fernandes. He's not better than Rashford. This season, he's not better than Scott McTominay. He's not better than Luke Shaw. That's 5 players I've already mentioned. Even this season, Cavani's better than him. So
hasn't Dan James come out of nowhere and like outscored him or whatever? Or
no, I think
he's catching up.
Few games.
He's catching up, and I think what it is with Dan James is the ratio as well, isn't it? Because I think Dan James started like the first, was it 3-4 games of the season and disappeared, and then he's come back in the last 3 games and has 2 goals and assists, whereas Martial was there still doing like a bit of like dilly dally. Do you get me? Like, I can't slate Martial. I actually like him as a footballer, innit? I actually do like him as a footballer. I think he does offer a lot of things more than just he doesn't offer goal scoring, so I can't say he offers any goal scoring at the moment, but he does offer a lot of things, you know what I mean? I think number one, the way he receives the ball is very good. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you need a number 9 who can receive the ball. What was that? Jerry United, big up. Just tuning in. I just told Joe to keep it real when it comes to Martial. Big up, man. Big up as well, man. Love for jumping on Jerry, man. Where was that? Yeah, Martial offers like a lot, like Ian says about Jesus, innit? He presses the goalkeeper.
Martial don't even press. Martial is both feet.
What Martial does, his pace, his control of the ball, he knows how to beat a man. All of that. The only thing that he's lacking this season, which he had last season, is he don't have no shooting boots. You don't have no shooting boots, and it's weird, isn't it? Because like this is why I say Martial is not on form, innit? It's because last season a lot of the goals that Martial scored, he created himself, or they were wonder goals. Do you know what I mean? There were sick goals. Martial chopped 2 man, cutting from the left. Do you know what I mean? There weren't no like goals that were put onto the plate. I think the only goal that I can remember that I think he scored, which was put onto a plate, was a cross from Saka
against Sheffield United, isn't it?
No, I'm talking about last season. I'm not this.
Last season when he scored. The
hat-trick. I can't remember.
The first goal, the hat-trick. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's when I can say, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? He's been put on a plate for him. Like this season, I don't think he's been fed enough. I don't think he's been fed well. And then when you do get opportunities, because people say he's missed, I think last season he missed 10 big chances all season, or 11. This season's already missed 8, innit? But the thing is, like, when you're not on form, you're gonna miss chances anyway.
But man, is it on form?
Is when people are not creating chances for you. But saying that, I don't actually think Martial is. I don't want him to be my. I don't want him to be my number 9, innit? I'm in the boat where I'd rather see him on the left and go and get someone else. Let him and Rashford battle it out on the left. You know what I mean? I'm not saying get rid of him. I just think we need better. We need someone who's going to give you who's got a 30% conversion rate when it comes to strikes. You know what I mean? As a striker, minimum 30% conversion rate. And you don't have that, and you don't have that in Martial. You do not have that at the moment this season, innit? And even going on from last season, I think he obviously for the stat people, his expected goals, I think he outdid it by like 3 or 4 goals or something like that. And that's because of just how good he was and how on form he was towards the end of last season, innit? But that's just me with Martial, man. But then to not rate Martial but rate Jesus is just a problem for me.
The thing is, I wouldn't say I rate, like, they're both decent footballers, obviously, because they play for Manchester United and Man City. But I do think if Martial, I can't lie, doesn't need more respect. The reason why he doesn't need more respect is because people keep on saying last season. Like Yannick has said, this guy has been here since 2015. And if for the people who just joined, his league goal numbers are 11, 4, 9, 10, 17. And this season he's on 4. If you look at those numbers alone, last season is an anomaly. So we cannot rate somebody on an anomaly.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. But I think the reason why people give him a bit more rating here is because that he's legitly maybe his second season as a number 9. And the first season, he didn't even do a full season, was under Van Gaal. Do you know what I mean? So you put him as an actual number 9 and it brings you the goals.
He's a number 9 this season as well.
No, this season I think he's not really started as a number 9 all game. And I think the way we're playing this season is a bit weird compared to last season. I think he started about.
She just came at the side.
He started about 3-4 games, innit? And then he got a red card. He was banned for 3 games. And then when he did come in, he was playing on the left to warm him up. And then it was like, okay, it's not working out on the left. Cavani then gets injured. No, Cavani gets dropped, for the Southampton game. And they play Martial up top. It doesn't bang. Cavani comes on. He bangs a free kick. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's like, okay, cool. Martial then drops to the bench for a couple games. He's now back because Cavani's injured. And it's just like, I just don't know, man. I'm not going to... He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt from me, innit? But I do think it's a little bit harsh, innit? It's a little bit harsh in my...
Yeah, but the thing that
I don't think it's harsh personally.
The thing that I always, what annoys me is, it's not that I don't rate Martial, because, well, I don't rate him, to be fair, but I'm not saying like I think Gabby is here and he's there. What I'm saying is they're both not good enough in terms of their output. Like, if you look at their stats, I was just looking, they've both got 4 goals this season, right? Gabby's got 15 shots on target. Martial's got 8. I think that's right. 1 minute. It might be the way around. It's the way around. Martial's got 15 shots on target. Gabby's got 8. Big chances created. Big chances that he's had. Martial's had 20 big chances. Gabby's got 16. So just things like this, like a lot of people are saying, oh, he's not converting because he doesn't get the chances. But he's had more chances than Gabby.
He gets the chances. People try saying that life for Firmino as well.
Yeah, like he's had more chances. He's had 20 chances, so he's had 4 more chances than Gabby. He's had what? 9 more shots on target. Do you know what I mean? So It's just like I don't know. I just think any if we were having this conversation and Fergie would have got rid. Like, there's no way Fergie's going to have a striker who doesn't really score goals. And I know this whole new school football thing where they don't want to, strikers aren't traditional strikers. You've not got your traditional number 9s who are getting 20 goals a season. Everyone's passing it to them. Apart from like maybe Calvert-Lewin, you know. But I think, I don't know, like for me, Gabby is in a team where, because they're winning, it's not, I just feel like he's not as much of a problem. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like Firmino, because this happened with Liverpool, when Liverpool won the league, all of like us opposition fans were saying, how can you have a striker that doesn't score goals? And Liverpool fans were saying, you know, he's a defensive striker or whatever. And the thing is, like, it didn't matter because Liverpool were winning.
You know what? Yeah, I can't even lie.
People were pushing that agenda because Liverpool went and won the league. It didn't matter. This season now, Liverpool is struggling. People are getting onto him because they're saying it's your job to score goals. Last season you weren't scoring, but it didn't matter. This season you need to be scoring. And I think with Martial, like if Man United were winning every single game, no one would even care. They'd be like, yeah, he's got 4 goals, but no one's bothered. But because Man United are dropping points where you need another goal and he's not scoring, I think that's why he's getting the slack. And the thing is, it's not that I rate Gabby really highly because I've already said, like, Gabby is not good enough to be our striker. That's why we need to get someone in, and that's why the club are getting someone in. They're not sat here saying we're gonna persist with Gabby. They're saying we're gonna replace Aguero, which is what.
Who they getting in? Danny Ings?
I don't know. I think I want Haaland, but I don't know if we'll get Haaland.
You're not getting Haaland.
Like a pet player.
Yeah, whatever. He doesn't.
Listen, if they get Haaland, yeah, this league is done, you know.
No, but they won't get him. That's one. But all this one about you think he's a pet player, leave it out. He is
Ryan, remove that shirt from your profile picture. Like the way you just got
to the Europa League because Klopp is a bloody genius. Yeah, I said that. That's what I meant when I was like, Klopp here is. Let me not say it again because
Klopp is a genius, but like I've been seeing
it's like Fergie, bruv. Wait, to Fergie.
Wait, we'll get on to that.
You were saying he was
in terms of genius. In terms of genius.
No, wait, Manny. I know, Manny. No, wait.
The thing is, you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say, but I just want to focus on Ryan because Ryan is making my blood boil. The reason why I'm saying Ryan is making my blood boil is because earlier on he was saying 17-18, Martial was in great form. I watched that season. I watched football. I do not know what great form they were seeing. If you're calling 8 goals before January great form, then bro, your standards are on the floor. Secondly, to say that Klopp is a bloody genius and we had crap players, bro, I'm sorry. Just because you have like good teams are not made of world-class 11s. You hardly see that. You need to have players that actually win you a game, and that's what Liverpool had. They were not crap players. Gini Wijnaldum, you see him at Holland. Holland are a big nation in this thing, and Gini Wijnaldum is one of their best players. Mo Salah, he's not crap. You cannot tell me a player that scored 20 plus goals, 4 league goals, 4 seasons in a row is crap. You can't tell me that. Sadio Mane, the same player that Lionel Messi was saying that's the best player in the world. Nah, bro, you really need to allow it. No, I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's the best player in the world. But for Messi to rate him highly, show he's not crap. Trent is not crap. Robertson is not crap. Van Dijk is not crap. Gomez is not crap. Alisson is not crap. That's 7 out of our starting 11. So stop hating on our team. So
no, I get
no money. The reason why it's making my blood boil is because this players are in horrific form, and like. People can say whatever they want to say about these players because I feel like people are putting too much excuses on the injuries. I don't think injuries should make you lose 6 games and not winning 6 games at home. This injury should make you not win 4 games at home. But to call them crap, to call a team Champions League, to call a team that called 2 Champions League finals in a row, get 97, 99 points, not crap. You win 18 in a row twice, you cannot be crap if you do that. No, I don't care what you're trying to crap. I want to come on.
No, let me break it down. Let me break it down, though. Listen, hear this here. The thing is, yeah, the reason why Ryan is saying it's crap, yeah, when he says you have crap footballers, and because these players, yeah, when you isolate them one-on-one, yeah, how do they really affect the game? I think City have actually come in here and changed the way, like, football should be played in a way in the Prem. Like, when United won our last Premier League title, we didn't have sick players. We probably had what on form. Robin Van Persie, blood. Who else was on form that season, fam?
Yeah, to be honest, that was a one-man team. That
is literally that was
a one-man team.
Everyone probably had one of his worst season. Everyone was just average that season. Do you know what I mean?
But what happened? What happened the season after? What happened the season after and the season after that? Because the thing is, what I'm saying with these players is you cannot be.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say,
gone for a long period of time doing well, you cannot be crap. That makes zero sense.
No. But what I'm trying to say is like, okay, for example, yeah, other than Salah, Van Dijk.
Man doesn't even rate Salah. Does that make sense?
I know, but Mane. Who else? Mane,
Robertson, Trent,
Fabinho, Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum.
Yeah, but then when you got players like Wijnaldum,
Mane.
Wijnaldum is not a sick player like that. He's effective.
He's not a sick player. He's effective and he's good. He's not
Henderson is dead, but for some reason, he's just effective. He just works.
It's the system.
Henderson is a good player.
Do you know what I mean? It's a system. It's like the system complements your players a lot. But take a lot of it. Well, not a lot, but take a lot of your players out of that team, yeah, and put them somewhere else. That's what I'm saying. Other than Fabinho, Salah, Mane, Van Dijk, Robertson, they're probably gonna leak. They're gonna look suspect.
But bro,
Alisson, Alisson that we thought was a sick keeper, innit? Like people were saying, no, listen to Alisson. He's not that sick. Like. You know what I mean? Just watch him in it. He just dies for the camera. You're seeing this season that, bruv, this guy's reckless, bruv. He's not as hype as everyone believes he is. I think Henderson is the better goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean?
You said Dean Henderson?
No, not Dean Henderson. Oh fuck it. What did I say? No. Who do I want to say?
Because I know you don't mean Dean Henderson.
No,
lock off the stream.
No, he didn't say Henderson.
No, Edison, I said.
Edison.
Not Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
Not Henderson. Edison.
Wait. You know Edison. Like, you know, just the thing that annoys you is because if Yanka disagrees, fair enough. Alisson is better than Edison, but at the moment, Edison is better. Big up flawless. But at the moment, Edison is performing at a way higher level than Alisson. But I can even get out the quote. Edison saying at this present point in time, Alisson is ahead of me as a goalkeeper. The thing is, you can say all these players are effective and you can take them out. If you isolate them, they're not that great. Cool. When Barcelona, and I know you, Manny especially, will get vexed for me bringing up this example. But when Barcelona absolutely slapped up Manchester United 3-1 at Wembley, that had Sir Alex Ferguson doing this with his fist, Javier Mascherano was playing centre-back. If Javier Mascherano was playing centre-back at any other club in the world, do you think he's winning the Champions League? No. So you can do that with a lot of great teams and great players, but doesn't make those players crap. They might not be as amazing as what they're achieving, but they're not crap. To call these players crap for me is a great disrespect because you cannot be crap and get 97 points and 99 points. You can't be crap getting back to back.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Ryan's not trying to say.
Mate, he's calling Ronaldo for Ronaldo. Why is he calling Ronaldo for Ronaldo?
100.
Let's address the Salah thing first because this.
Wait, Mike. Before you get onto Salah, I'll let you get onto Salah. And the reason why it annoys is because before the season, everyone was waxing lyrical about Liverpool's fullbacks. They play like wingers. How can fullbacks be getting that high up? Okay, let's break football down. Back in the days, fullbacks got up with the right winger. But when fullbacks needed help, who was tracking back? The wingers. Wingers don't track back anymore. Do you know who tracks back? the midfielders. And do you know who's doing that for Liverpool? Wijnaldum and Henderson. You think Trent and Robertson would be allowed to be that high up if Wijnaldum and Henderson weren't there? Now, don't piss me off, because if Wijnaldum and Henderson were not there, Robertson is not getting 12, 13 assists, neither is Trent. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying these guys are world-class players. I think they need to be replaced at the moment. But to call them crap is a great disrespect. I'm sorry.
Genie, look, Jeremiah said Gini's actually a big game player. He scored against Barcelona in the semi-final. Bro, so was Jason Park, and it was a big game player. What are you saying? Fletcher, what are you saying? Scott McTominay to a degree. What are you saying?
Fletcher was a good player. But Fletcher was a good player.
Jason Park was
Fred,
good players.
what are you saying? Do you know, these are great. These are good big game players. What do you mean, bro?
But they're also good players.
Just because you're a big game player doesn't mean your levels, bro. Like, I will tell you, bro, I believe, if we're playing a big game, we need to play McTominay in our midfield. That's when I'll play McTominay. It doesn't mean that he's a sick player. Do you know what I mean?
He's not crap, though.
Manny, he's not crap, man. Even that's me saying that.
Crap, but he's not level.
Saying that. No, levels means top player. He's good. That's okay.
Like Manny said, one last thing before Kojo, because I want Kojo to break down the Salah thing, because I think, as people can see, I'm getting heated. But Manny just mentioned Darren Fletcher. Anyone who was
interesting. This is gone from the Man City show to the Man United show to the Liverpool
literally that. But Manny mentioned Darren Fletcher, and anyone who's old enough, Darren Fletcher wasn't Paul Scholes, he wasn't Michael Carrick, but Darren Fletcher was a darn good player, and Darren Fletcher was part of a team that won 3 Premier League titles in a row. He was a very important player.
Yeah.
Now tell me, which other team in Premier League history has won 3 Premier League titles in a row?
Manchester United.
Are the only other one. That's it. So you can be a levels midfielder.
So why were you wait, just a quick one, So if Manchester United are the only one, why were you claiming treble at the beginning of the season? Just like a side question. I just want to know.
Wait, what?
Sit down.
I just removed him for the stream.
On my own stream. Sick guy. But carry on with your thing.
No, you said another thing that was key. You said Man City have changed the way football is. I think the fact that Man City have recruited very smartly and they now have a squad of 6 players, everyone thinks that's normal. But if you go, like, if people actually sit down and research and go through every team that's been, no team in the world ever has had a full squad of elite players. So people need to. This is not FIFA. This is not Ultimate Team. This is not FM.
Bro.
So I'm done.
This is what I say.
This
is what I say at Manchester United. You know, when everyone's like, let's get the Sancho, let's get the Varans, or this. I'm like, listen, bro. Sometimes you don't need that. There's very effective players in front of your eyes that you need. Like Ndidi is effective. Ruben Neves, a very effective footballer. You can even go to the degree and say, okay, you're having a problem with the midfield here. You don't know how to sort it. Go and get a João Moutinho just to plug it for the next 2 to 3 years, maybe. Do you know what I mean? All you need is effective players. That's what I'm saying with the whole, like, I get where Ryan's coming for a minute, because yes, you have a lot of players that are effective in that players. Okay, they're not crap, but they're not great. Do you know what I mean? They're not
that don't qualify with Salah, because that's the people look
at
Chelsea.
Salah's a different breed. I think
but Ryan doesn't rate Salah, and it's like, okay, bar the Chelsea loan, every other team he's played for, Fiorentina, Roma, and Liverpool, he's done his thing. So no one can come and tell me Mo Salah is some just effective player. I saw something about he can't dribble. A lot of the goals, he's beating 2-3 players and they smack people. That's dribbling. It's not about doing Eden Hazard and beating 5 and 6 and then maybe scoring a goal. It's about doing the thing properly, and he does it.
I swear he's lost like 2-3 goals, or maybe I can't remember within the last 2-3 goals. He chopped him, and I think it was even what's his name that passed on the ball. I think Milner got subbed off, and
Curtis Jones passed the
ball, and then the way man did that little shimmy and then ripped the ball, blood.
Bro,
you're telling me that's not levels, bro.
1-2 touch, send the guy the other way, whip it top corner. That's football. I don't understand this thing about Salah. Why people don't want to give him credit? It don't make sense. It actually doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. It's not logical.
And I get obviously people.
Well, no. Wait, go back to that one. Go back to the other one.
Which one was it? Go on.
The one you posted before this one.
No. What's Daniel? You're controlling, isn't it?
Remember the third goal we conceded against Leicester the other week? Who gave away the most simple?
It was him. I can't lie. That was bad.
It was him.
It was in the midfield.
Yeah, it was across the pitch. Yeah, he passed it with his right foot. It was an awful foul.
Okay. So one mistake. So one mistake from a forward who's not a defensive player, a forward. One mistake is what defines him. Ryan is moving mad, bruv. Ryan's the same guy that was celebrating.
What was the score? What was the score in that game? What was the score in that game? The Leicester game.
Wasn't it 3?
3 what? Who scored for Liverpool?
Barnes, Vard. No, did Vardy score?
No. Who scored for Liverpool?
No. Who scored for Liverpool?
Salah. Calm.
Okay.
Who's the top scorer in the Premier League this season?
Salah.
And if he wins it, that'll be 3 golden boots.
Okay.
How many other players have 3 golden boots? Like, bro, this Salah slander makes no sense.
What's his name? I swear,
when Liverpool signed Firmino,
no, he has 2. Kane
only has 1,
bro. He has 1.
Kane has 1, no?
Kane has
2. Vardy
has
has 1.
Kane has 2. Vardy has 1.
Aguero has 1.
Bro.
Yeah,
deep in this one.
I don't get that one. Is crazy.
When Firmino joined the club, where did Liverpool go? When Mane joined the club after that, where did Liverpool go? When Salah added to the front 3, look at what they did. I ain't trying to hear about slant. This is a difference maker, bro. It's not about effective. He changes games. He wins Liverpool games. Champions League on their run when they were slapping Roma and them things. Look at the quality of goals he scored.
The things
when they win the league,
even when it was at
look
Basel,
at the quality of goals he scored.
Even when it was at Basel, yeah. You remember when he was at Basel? That's the reason why Chelsea bought him, you know. Because when he was at Basel, yeah, he was good from early. He was tearing it up. Obviously, he's changed. His game has changed over the. Girl, relax. His game has changed, yeah, over the last few years, innit? But then you can say the same way his game has changed. It's the same way Ronaldo's game has changed. The only person that I think actually plays the same way is Messi. But even then, his game has changed a little bit. Do you know
Messi needs to change his game completely because right now he's looking.
He needs to, innit? But what I'm saying is like players evolve and change, innit? Like he's not that winger because when at the time that Chelsea actually bought him, he was actually playing like a winger, will beat a man, you know, cross a ball in or get a goal here, innit? But as time goes on, wingers develop. It's the same way that Sterling with Pep has been put into a position now where he's just scoring goals, innit? And that's what what's his name has done, and that's what Klopp's done with Salah. And even just saying that, Salah he's elite. He might not be Ronaldo levels. He's elite. I don't care what no one says.
Bro, it's the obsession about dribbling. When he dribbles, it looks like he's falling over. He can't be this guy because Eden Hazard was coming here and running with the ball whilst he was twerking at the same time. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. The guy has come out. In fact, even because if I talk about Hazard right now, people will hate me. But in how many short years?
I can't like. If you talk about Hazard, I'm here to fight.
He's already outdone him in all stats already. He's already outdone Eden Hazard. And the story is, when he creates chances, they don't finish it off. When he had chances to shoot, he was trying to pass and made the wrong decision most of the time.
No. Wait. Chill.
They will respect.
I see what you tried to do there.
You tried to do
I'm not even trying to disrespect. You tried to do that stat padding thing, yeah. Salah is but Hazard is levels. Come on, allow it. Hazard was level when he was in Prem. Hazard was levels, bro. He might not have got. He might not have got like 20 goals a season.
Manny, when I say that, I'm not trying to disrespect Hazard. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to disrespect him and like go into his neck too tough. What I'm saying is, Hazard was fantastic. There's no problem with that. But you also have to give Mo Salah his due. Like, but this is why I brought the Hazard thing up, because how can you praise Hazard for so many things but refuse to give someone who is doing his thing also in the league the same due? And this is a Liverpool fan doing this. This is why I'm baffled. Because I'm so sure Ryan, when Salah was scoring, he wasn't saying, "Oh, he can't dribble." He was singing Mo Salah, da, da, da. I don't want to hear that. That's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. So, bruv, they need to stop that. The guy is brilliant. He's done it at Basel. He's done it at Fiorentina. He did it 2 years at Roma. And now he's doing it at Liverpool. I don't want to hear it.
Boy, Boy,
he said he can't be compared to Torres and Suarez. Fair enough, but I also think like Fernando Torres, I love him.
Salah played with Hazard at Chelsea.
What's it called? Torres was my
Kevin
first
De
love.
Bruyne played with Hazard at Chelsea.
yeah, Oscar, them man, Oscar were there as well. I think wasn't Mata still there at that time as well.
Mata, yeah, them man there.
And like, I think that's the year that Jose came in and was doing the madness.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Jose
shit off KDB.
That's what I'm saying.
They shit off Salah. These men have then returned to the Prem and they're shelling it. Do you know what I mean? So, boy.
This is what I'm saying. That's why Ryan cannot use that logic. That don't make sense for you to go and say, oh, Hazard and Salah were there at the same time. Who left first? KDB and Oscar were there at the same time. Who's the better player? So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that who was there first off. Don't use that because we can break that logic easily. Like, anyway, why am I defending a Liverpool player like this? Fuck Liverpool, man.
Of course, this will probably be the final thing on Liverpool before we move on, because Yannika's probably bored of the Liverpool show. But I don't think Salah is close to Suarez. Like you say, Suarez is also the best player, like talent-wise, I've seen at Liverpool. The things he did was incredible.
Agreed.
Fernando Torres was probably my first love at Liverpool, pause. But we also, I think with Fernando Torres, there's a lot of revisionism with him. Like, his first season, amazing. Best striker in the league, arguably the best striker in the world. The following seasons after that, this guy struggled with injuries. The second season, he was all right. He didn't reach the 07-08 levels, but he was still okay. Then 09-10, he just dropped. So with Fernando Torres, he literally hit the height and just kept on going downhill.
Whoa, and what's the idea? Just a quick add to that here as well. That's why I like, you know, when it really baffled me, when Liverpool fans were getting proper upset when Fernando Torres was sold to Chelsea for 50 M's. Because if you've seen his performances before that, bruv, that was like Liverpool, they cashed in, bruv. They cashed in.
They literally cashed in.
I was like, bruv, when he made that transition, I was like, 50 M's for a guy that's playing as like he's worth 15 million at the moment. No way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why people got upset at that time, innit? Because I thought it was good business, to be fair.
Literally.
Even before he put on the shirt for Chelsea, I was like, that's good business for Liverpool.
That was the record. He literally went like this, and Salah he did very well, got 43, 44 goals all competition. He's not reached that height, but his drop hasn't been alarming, and he's maintained it. Fernando Torres was amazing, was injury prone, and just kept going downhill. You can say, okay, if he was fit, I'll ask you this now, Ryan. Would you put Naby Keita as one of our best midfielders? Of course you wouldn't, because that guy is always on the treatment table, and it's the same with El Nino. So, like, of course, like, I know maybe it was your first love, but don't lie to yourself. Salah's come and brought us the first title you've ever seen in your life, and I've ever seen in my life. 2 Champions League final. Now
you've only seen one in your lifetime, man.
We respect Mo Salah, man. Respect Mo Salah.
Man said only one in my life. Wow.
Yannika, can you relate to European titles?
Nah, next year.
Say no more.
Wait. I said for you, and then you said for Yannika.
No, because she said she can't relate as well. No, but it's calm money, because now you know what? I'll get on to United later. It's calm.
There's nothing to share about United, man. Today's not the day.
This is the Liverpool show. I don't know why you're trying to move it onto other things.
It literally is. It's just the comments have rattled me. Because, like, of course, this Liverpool team are doing absolutely appalling at the moment. But I don't need to tell anyone that. Like, the fact, like Manny said, nobody really cares about Liverpool now because us losing is just normal, and that's sad. But to call the players crap and to not rate Salah, I can't.
No one cares about you. Do you know what I've clocked here? Do you know what I've clocked with these shows that we're doing it? Like, when it was the Man City show, no one rated Man City. Do you know what I mean? And Yannicka was standing up for herself. People were coming at it in the comments, innit? When it was the United show, innit? No one rated United, and we had to stand up for ourselves. Now it's the Liverpool show because you're 7th, I swear. How are you 7th? Champions of England.
At the moment, I think we should be 6th at the minute. We should be 6th.
I swear you're 7th.
Nah, we can't.
Also,
you're
you're Europa right now. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, when we look Europa places, now it's poor at the minute. The only saving grace is the fact that this season is better and consistent, and we can definitely make the top 4. I even think if we pattern up, we can even be second place. I can't see it though.
Wow, Ryan says Sterling is clear of Salah, and I think Sterling is overrated as well. Wow.
No comment on that.
I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'll be in big trouble. That's it.
You'll be in big trouble, so don't speak.
Wow. Man says Sterling is overrated. I don't know. Do you know what? Yeah, is he clear of Salah? I think. I don't know. You know.
Do you know what?
They're on the same level. I would go on.
No, I was gonna say like. I don't think Salah's overrated in general. Oh, is it? Sterling. Okay, Sterling. Salah. I think like what happened with Liverpool last season is that not every single one, but a lot of Liverpool fans were kind of saying this is the best team ever, blah 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 blah. So now that Liverpool aren't doing as well, it's kind of like people are discrediting you more than you would get. Like if. Say, for example, Leicester. When Leicester won the league, everyone was saying what a fantastic year they had. So when they fell off the next season, they didn't get a lot of stick because people were kind of like, well, we knew they kind of overachieved. Whereas, like, because Liverpool fans were saying, oh, they're the best. And I always say this about players as well. Like, if I turn around now and say, like, Gundogan is the best midfielder in the league, and then next season he falls off, people are going to be saying, see, shit. And he's not shit. It's just, sorry. Because of that, like, people are just going to discredit him more than he deserves. So I think with Salah, like, I rate Salah, obviously, but I think because people were going to extremes, saying, like, he's the third one behind Ronaldo and Messi, now people are kind of saying he's not that good. But he's still a quality player. Like, you can't really talk what he's
And what do you think about that comment right there?
Oh, Sterling. Do you know what? Sterling's not overrated because a lot of people don't rate Sterling, even though he does what he needs to.
And I don't get it. And Manny, you know what? And this is why I get vexed. Because when we were having the Martial debate, people were having all sort of excuses. Jose, second best player in Man U behind Paul Pogba. But now that we're talking about players who perform at the elite level, people are chatting crap on the name. And I'm just thinking, like, where's the standards?
Do you see where it is with Sterling, yeah? I think
Abdi's
every player, every player, every player at Manchester City, yeah, except Aguero, Fernandinho, and this season Diaz will always be looked at as overrated, and probably even Gundogan. And the reason why I say that, yeah, maybe not in my race because everyone knows about it, but the reason why I say that is because people are going to throw out his system. For example, a lot of people will tell you Sterling's game hasn't actually improved as a player. Like, his shooting still the same from back in Liverpool.
He's improved.
However, they will tell you that Pep has taught him how to be in the right positions. And people always tell you when Kevin De Bruyne crosses the ball, who do you expect to be at the end of it 9 times out of 10? Sterling. Do you know what I mean? So that's why people say, oh, we don't actually rate him, he's overrated. However, for me, yeah, the reason why
he's a troll. I've already said ignore him, man.
The reason why I rate Sterling so much in it because I've seen Sterling take his club form to national level in terms of England and still rip man up and still look like he's a sick player, innit? So I don't think for me personally, I don't think Sterling gets enough props, innit? Like, he probably after Kane, yeah, in terms of the world class bracket. I know people might say it's wild, but I would happily put Sterling in there, or
you mean English players?
Or let's say, listen, this guy should be at least be in the conversation. So I don't know how people say.
What it is with Sterling though is like.
Wait, Yannicka, one sec before you go, Ryan. On this, just mention the wingers that are better than him. Honestly, I want to see what you're saying. But anyway, go on, Yannicka.
He's gonna say, I don't know. Do you know what though? Like with Sterling, like his runs are incredible. Like, this is why Pep plays him every game. Even when he plays poorly, he'll play him the next game because the positions that he gets into and goal-scoring opportunities that he creates by his positioning is why he starts so many games. I would say his finishing needs work still. Because there's like this story about his one-on-ones. Like, if he goes one-on-one with the keeper, he never scores. And somebody like went through every time he's been one-on-one. So there was quite a few times where he went one-on-one with the keeper, and it ended up not being a goal. But then they said,
"Oh my God!"
Where he goes one-on-one with the keeper, he cuts back, and then the other player has like a tap in. So he's still effective, even if he's not the best, the most clinical player. He's still very effective. So I don't know.
Yeah, Yannick, basically what football has become is if you're, so I read, what was it, Martial on the wing is better than Salah and Mane. Let me guess, because he dribbles better, right? Okay, so essentially what we're praising players for now, or not praising the players for, is doing their job, and then the players that don't do their job consistently, aka Martial,
I knew it was coming. That's why I was smiling.
Abdi, you know what? Enjoy your weekend. Have a lovely Saturday night. If that's what you want to think, please have it. That's what I can say to that, because I really don't. I've been shouting here for the last 10 minutes. And I don't even want to do. I don't shout no more. I'm not even in my house, so like, let me just calm myself down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
In this COVID, in this pandemic, you're not in your own house.
Breaking the rules.
In this pandemic with COVID around, I should stress myself. It's okay. It's okay. Grealish is behind Neymar. You're correct. I completely agree with you. I completely agree.
And coach, anyways, I'll leave you to your. Leave that. Look at it. He said, I'm out. I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Ryan, right? Do you know, for starters, it's funny because a lot of fans think that Son is better than Raheem. So you know what?
Son is a striker.
You know what someone did?
Pulisic.
No.
Ziyech.
When he was playing for is it Leverkusen? Yeah, it was Leverkusen.
Your man, send Jeremy. Actually, I'll do it. I'll send him.
Yeah, send him, sir.
Pulisic.
Yeah, go on, yeah. I'll just wait to say that Son is actually.
No. I was just gonna say somebody actually compared Son and Raheem Sterling. And every single thing that they compared, Sterling came out on top, apart from, I think, something like conversion rate. Because obviously Son's got a better conversion rate. But everything else, dribbling, winning the ball, but everything else, like, he came out on top. So when you actually compare them, Son is not better than Sterling.
When you watch them,
it's all aesthetics. It's all aesthetics. That's what it is. It looks prettier, so they rate them higher. It's not.
Mahrez, I won't lie.
You might not focusing on the wrong thing. Man saying maximum Zaha Neto. You know what? Nah, you know what? Wait. Michael, we're rushing. We're rushing it, Vav. You know what African parents say? It's not running away.
You know what? Where are you going?
It's not running away. No, you're calm. I'll calm down.
Okay.
I'll calm down. Go on, buddy.
But no, you see with Mahrez, yeah, like I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had this debate with my boys. We literally had I was backing Sterling, innit? I was saying Sterling is the player. Yo, big up Jeremiah, man. Love for coming through, bro.
Big up Jerry.
Yeah, but I was saying Sterling, yeah, is actually the better player in terms of in getting goals and assists because of the I want to say the position he's playing in that City team, innit? It's not taking anything away from him. But then when you watch both of them play, yeah, Mahrez is probably the better player. But then if you're going to take one, who are you going to take? Sterling or Mahrez? You're going to take Sterling. You're going to I take Sterling. I don't know what you man would think.
I'm taking Sterling as well.
It depends on your team as well. Because I'm not, like, people think I've got a Mahrez agenda. I like Mahrez. All I'm saying is, if you're saying Sterling only looks good because he's in Man City, then how are you rating Mahrez above him? because they're both at Man City. More. So that excuse can't be used. I actually think Mahrez looked more impressive when he was at Leicester because he had a lot more space. Whereas at Man City,
do a lot more.
They don't get. And the thing is with City, like I say, everyone scores. So, like a lot of the time, Liverpool rely on Salah to get goals. They rely on Salah and Mane to get their goals. We don't rely on Sterling to get goals because anyone will just shoot. Like today, we had 2 centre-backs score our goals. So it's. I think if you put Sterling in Leicester, he's gonna probably be able to shine a little bit more. So I don't know. I've watched Sterling for City. I think he's a little bit underrated by a lot of people that aren't City fans. Even City fans, you've got some City fans that hate Sterling, say, "Oh, he's always missing chances." But it's like if you look at the whole team, they all miss chances. Do you know what I mean? There's not a single City player who is really clinical and scores every time they get the ball. Like apart from Aguero, we don't have that. So as much as he can be frustrating, and this is why I say with Ryan watches Salah week in week out. I don't. So when he says "Oh, Salah's frustrating," I'm like, okay, I get it because Sterling can be frustrating, and I love Sterling, but he is frustrating because his end product, the last. I wouldn't even say the last ball because his ball's all right. It's the shot. He needs to get better, and I think once he does that, he goes up a whole level.
Go on, Jay.
Yeah, go on, Jay.
The thing is about Sterling, let's be honest. People actually need to respect him. But I never, if you have to be honest, I never slated Sterling. I never said anything bad about him. I just say that I take Martial. Obviously, I back my play all the time. But Sterling,
you take Martial over Sterling?
No, but he said he's back his player,
Listen, the thing is about Sterling, people need to respect. I say, but people need to respect Sterling because, when he was at Liverpool, he couldn't even shoot, he couldn't even finish, and for England, he hadn't scored in 3 years. But ever since he went to Man City, I knew that Pep was coming. He has changed. Remember, he used to wear back in the days in 2015. He used to wear Mercurials, and he couldn't even finish. But Pep made him change boots to Habervams, and then he shot and improved. And 2018 season, this guy exploded into 18. No, it's true. Yeah, in his boots, he was Habervams now. He does. No, it's true. You see, 2018, 2018, he scored 18 goals. I won the Premier League, and he didn't perform at the World Cup because obviously Southgate he changed his formation, it didn't fit him well. Of course, he didn't perform. And the past 3 seasons, Sterling has been performing. Last season, he's got 20 goals, and he's been banging. He's been playing in all finals and every cup finals. And people actually need to respect him because he's actually done well in his career so far. All he needs to do is going to be a top player. He needs to go win a Champions League. That's what he needs to do now, which he will do this season.
Can I just say, you see Sterling? I still think he's finishing his crap. I still think it's dead. I just think. I just think
2019. The Champions winning season is done.
No. I get he's scoring a lot of goals. With City, if you're an attacker, you're gonna score a lot of goals. That's why Jesus gets slated because how do you play for Manchester City as an attacker and not get goals? It's a Mazzoline. It don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? So these man create a lot of goals in it. And with Sterling, Pep has told him where to be at the right time. Do you know what I mean? If you actually watch him, his finishing is dead. Abdi even says it here, The miss against Leon. That's just proof of it, bruv. There's things.
Wait. Just to jump in, because I think Abdi was talking about Martial over Sterling. Sterling's miss against Leon, disgraceful. Why one for Martial's miss against
PSG one? And that's what QS has because I could have scored that.
People can argue all they want about his miss here, there, and everywhere, right? So, people can talk about that, but Sterling has scored consecutive 93-minute goals to win us the league. So he has
2 Premier League titles, man. Respect his name.
Chelsea to win us the Carabao Cup. yeah, okay, he missed against Leon. I get that. But it's not like he hasn't scored winning goals. So
yeah, I'm not slating him for that. What? I'm not
because
slating him at all. I think he's
no,
improved.
I know you're not. I'm just saying, like, people are talking about the miss, like he's never done anything good. Like, it's one of them things. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that he's a great finisher because he isn't. That's the only bit of his game he needs to improve. I think every other bit of his game, he's good. Do you know what I mean? So it's just that one thing.
And how to play against
people saying Son is clear. Go and check
it's not.
for them. Honestly, he's not even better.
I really feel like they're nitpicking. I feel like they're nitpicking. That's what it is. It's nitpicking. Yeah. They're not. There's nothing concrete. It's, bro. It's like you're. This has been in my head for the last 2 minutes. I want to find out what their opinions are on David Beckham, because that in itself.
You think they're old enough to have watched him?
Bro, I pray that they were, because if I come and see any nonsense right now, I'll leave the stream.
Yo, wait, Kojo. People are saying these are the best wingers in the league, and you think they're old enough to watch
Neto,
Beckham?
Grealish, Zaha, Son, Foden. Hey, you know what, you guys enjoy your weekend.
This guy's trolling. Don't listen to him. He's trolling. He's trolling.
Foden,
Ryan and Abdi.
Wilfred Zaha, Jack Grealish. Who was the other one?
Neto.
Neto, he's got a lot of potential. He does.
Yeah, he's sick. He's sick, to be fair.
Let's allow it.
Potential. He's got potential.
However, allow it. Grealish, as much as he plays on the wing, yeah, I'm still.
He's not a winger.
I don't, Bob. It's weird, isn't it? Because I don't think he's a number 10. I don't think he's a winger. I just feel like he's one of them players that no matter what
he's a playmaker.
Yeah, no matter what you put him, he's just gonna perform. I actually don't know.
He's hard, man. Grealish is hard.
I literally don't know what position he's created. And do you know who he's like? Yeah, in that he mentioned Foden in that equation. In it, like I'm watching Foden, and I've seen Foden play. Well, I wouldn't say fully as a DM, but I've seen him play kind of like a 6, 8, played on the wings, played false 9, and I'm just thinking like he's another type of player in that Grealish bracket. I'm like, what is your actual position? Like, tell me what is your actual position? You're that good.
He's a left winger. He's a left winger though.
Who?
Grealish.
Foden.
Grealish.
No. That's the thing. On paper, he plays off the left. But I'm saying when you actually watch him, yeah, I don't know if he's a legit left winger. If you get what I'm trying to say,
yeah,
he ain't no winger, bro.
He's got the freedom. I think he's got the freedom because he's Villa's best player comfortably since he was a young player. So I think he's got the freedom to run kind of riot on the pitch and do what he wants.
Do you know what? This is what I was saying earlier. Like, it's so funny because everyone always says like, if this player didn't play for City or if this player played for City, and it's just like we're never gonna know. Like I always use Mahrez as an example because that's someone that we've seen play for a lesser club in the league and Man City. Like Mahrez is a fantastic player. He gets goals, but he was getting a lot more goals when he had more freedom. So as much as people say yes, he should be getting loads of goals because he plays for City, he actually gets less at Man City. So I don't know whether you can say like, oh, if he played in a different team, because if you're the best player at that team, everyone's passing to you. If there's 5 like world-class players, why would they pass to you when there's 4 other options? So I think that's the problem with teams that like Man United have, because there's a lot of superstars like in that team, like they don't want to pass to each other because it's like, well, I'm good enough.
Which team is superstar in United?
Well, you know what I mean. Not superstars, and they're actually like they're rated.
Oh, you mean by their name and status?
Yeah. So in their head,
no, but even when you say that, there's only 2, Bruno and Pogba. Who else? There's no
Rashford.
Oh, Rashford. I forget he played.
Probably, yeah. Martial thinks he's great in his head. You know, I mean, Cavani. There is quite a few. But I think, like, I don't know. I just think it's hard to kind of say what would happen in a different team. Do you know what I mean?
If you have to be honest, if Sterling didn't play for Man City, yeah, he wouldn't be as good as he is if not in Pep. Because
no, because he was still levels at Liverpool.
Thank you. Money.
He wasn't.
No.
Money. This is why you're my boy. This is why you're my boy.
Suarez,
thank you.
Sterling, and Sturridge.
He wasn't as
You
good
see
as
them
he was.
line up against you, and you want to cry before the game even starts.
Jerry. When you go back, when you go off this, go watch Sterling's goal against Man City when we won 3-2.
I can't allow that.
How old was he? 19, 18?
Do you know what?
He wasn't as good as he was.
Sterling has improved at City, but he was good before. That's why we bought him. You don't spend 50 million on a player who isn't good. You don't.
Bro, how old is he? Like 18 or 40? 50 million on an 18.
He for as many as you know what I'm saying.
Well, it was 45, and then I think it's 50 if he wins the Champions League. So might be
45. So 45 because you ain't ever winning the Champions League. So.
Yes, I think it was 40 something, and then there was add-ons in it. It's probably 40. I think it was 40 million, and then 5 if he wins the Prem, and then I'm assuming 5 if he wins the Champions League. Sorry, I'm tipsy. So
it's all good. I wish I was tipsy as well, man.
Me too, man.
I'm not allowed to drink. I don't even drink.
5K.
I don't even drink, and I wish I was tipsy. Jesus.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, I've got 2 bottles of rum, full. And I literally stare at it like every weekend, like I wish I could drink you. Like rum is my thing, innit? And
why
people
are you pregnant, bro?
Huh?
Why are you pregnant?
I'm not pregnant.
Well, you know.
No, I'm obviously I'm on a keto and health diet, innit? Trying to get down to 75. Can't you see my face slimming out a little bit still? Cause
come on.
But yeah, man, I wish I could drink. But anyways, back to it. Yeah, man, you have to like. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Sterling wasn't as good as he is, but when Sterling broke through at Liverpool, he was a 17-year-old. 7 years have gone by. He's 25 now, innit? Yeah.
26.
My maths is mad. Over 7 years have gone by, So you're gonna like, if you're, bro, you have to get better.
Exactly. In 13-14, man had, because people love goal contributions, 16 goal contributions in 33 games at the age of 20. He was one of Liverpool's main players going for the league. Sterling was cold at Liverpool. That's why I'm straight. Like when people say,
that season.
Fair enough. When people say, Sterling's only good because of Pep, I'm like, were you not seeing this guy at Liverpool?
To be honest, Gerrard would have had a Prem.
What you need to do,
I started watching. I
Yannick, I heard
2016. 2016, yeah.
The thing is, go and watch Sterling, Like if you want to watch highlights, innit? Watch his highlights on like at Liverpool on YouTube. He was a sick player. There was a point, obviously now there's a point that I will see Sterling, and I'm like, wouldn't he just be amazing on the right wing for us? Like,
he was Man United heavily.
Yeah, he supports us. He's a United supporter. So
you walk into a flat now.
Oh yeah, bruv. It's one of them things. Yeah, you see how they were like I'll be like to Sterling, just what do you want? What do you want? That's how much I think. No, he's a very good player. You have to respect him as much as he might be scoring a lot of tap-ins or whatever. He's a sick player. He proved that in Liverpool. And
do you know what? The tap-ins that he scores, it's people are going to laugh at me again, but it's the positions that he gets into and the runs that he does that puts him there for the tap-in. And to be honest, like if he played for like Man United, say he played for Man United, what he does is he makes runs which then creates space for like your Martial. So Martial would get more goals if Sterling was in your squad because he makes these clever runs, and that's why Pep loves him.
That's true.
Pep,
I think to be a more.
Do you know what? I'm gonna actually back him up on that. No. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna back him up.
Martial would. No.
Wait. Let me get this out. Let me get this. No. Don't do that, Kojo. Don't do that. Let me say it.
Yes,
No. Let me say it because if you see last season, you see when Martial was scoring a lot of goals, it was when Rashford was on the pitch as well. Yes. She doesn't want me to talk. She feels she doesn't want me to talk. But like I was saying, like Rashford, we were making certain runs, drawing next man out of play, out of position, and it gives man like Martial more space to do his magic. This season, wait. Let me finish. This season, Rashford is playing like he's a 34-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the reason. That's literally how he's playing this season. I just want to score goals. He's not making the runs he used to do. Do you know what I mean? So I get what she means. If Sterling was to come United, if Sterling was to come United and start making runs, start opening up space for other players, dragging people out of position, Martial could potentially get more goals. I'm not saying he could, but there's a potential, there's a possibility. There is a possibility, there's a probability. Let me even give it to that. Probability.
The reason why Martial doesn't score goals right now is because one, he likes ball to feet too much, which is back to goal too much. And secondly, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer last game had to beg him in the 60th minute to run. The guy doesn't make runs. He doesn't have movement. He doesn't have the IQ of Sterling. He doesn't have any of that. Stop. But and Jerry, I'm happy you're here too, so I can say this live to you as well, so you know the comments are here. Stop backing this boy. No, listen, Jerry. Listen to me, please. Let me finish. Let me finish. Because you're talking to someone here. You're talking to someone here who has backed Martial to their heels, bro. I have stood up for this boy. So this isn't me now trying to do anger because he's let me down or something like that. This is me actually trying to really analyze how he's been at United over the years and what he's doing now. And for me, the facts is this. You can put him next to Raheem Sterling. You can put him next to Ronaldo. You can bring back Kaká. Hell, we can call Maradona. We can ask God to bring back Maradona for one day. Martial will never change. He will never change.
The guy does not have Maradona, bro.
He doesn't like when he runs. This is what I say. He's got the ability. He's got the physical ability. I don't like to talk about physical ability with black players too much, but I'm going to use it. He's got the physical abilities and the technical abilities that if he opened up his game a lot more and started making more runs in behind, he'll score more goals. If he focus on more movement, he will score more goals. I love the guy. But at the same time, he's not doing those things. He's always back to feet. More these days, when I'm talking about Martial, people are like, oh, he brings other people into play. How about putting yourself in positions to score goals and play like that?
What I'm going to say there,
Manny, I don't want to hear it.
No, you have to hear it because we just heard you, bruv. The culture agenda. How can you not say you want to hear me? How dare you?
I don't want to hear it.
On this big YouTube. No, but do you know what, You see with Martial, the thing is, like, okay, as a footballer, as age goes, as you grow older, your game's meant to improve, your game's meant to change to get the best out of yourself, innit? But I think with Martial last season, he did a lot of things that people used to say he couldn't do in terms of getting behind, you know what I mean, hold up the ball, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, even though he did have elements of that to his game, it wasn't great, but last season he improved it. I think what's happened this season is because Martial is not on form, what's happened is he's reverted a lot back to his old self. Like, this is what I feel comfortable in doing because he's just trying to get the best out of himself, but he's not on form. Like, it's simple. You know, when something's not working for you, you tend to just do things that you normally do that are just not. And I think that's where Martial is at, isn't it? Like, what he was doing last season, he's not doing this season because nothing is working out for him. He's frustrated. He's completely frustrated, and it's like obviously I think Futsal said he wanted us to talk about Lingard. It's just like Lingard at Manchester United, nothing was working out for him. Do you know what I mean? He tried to do, like, you can see every time he came onto the pitch, he was forcing it, and I think that's what Martial was doing. He's forcing it. Martial just needs to be right now in this. I think that's why people say, oh, like maybe it's a system. I think Martial just needs to be in an environment where the love is fully around him, and he could probably get better. Jeez, how did you do that? Is that green screen? Yeah, but he could probably get better.
No,
is it?
No.
The thing is,
yeah.
He probably could get better.
I moved because my legs are hurting.
Money, and people. Yeah. What annoys me are people. Yeah, people keep saying that Oli is a problem. Listen, yeah. Martial had his best season at Manchester United last season, under his manager. So you cannot blame this season. This season is on him. Exactly, this is on him.
This season is on him. 100%.
However, you can't be on the cover of Oli. This season has to be dropped.
No, but we've changed a bit though. I think our game has changed.
Yeah, that's because we want to back
for the season.
We don't have right winger as well.
Okay, but we weren't playing with
Daniel James only got back in the team like 2 weeks ago.
But we wasn't playing with a right winger last season. So why is it
money? If he wants to go somewhere and feel loved, tell him to go.
What?
I don't know. I don't think
I can't lie. I saw them to Real Madrid for 110 million anyway.
On FM.
On FM.
I bet there's someone else for 50 million the next year.
Bro, my man's on the finger list. He's on the transfer list, isn't it? Man had to request a transfer because he's not getting no game time. Innit?
Wait, Jerry, I don't think you man heard what Jerry said. They said Martial will be back. Back to what? And this is the thing I keep asking because people keep on talking about. People keep talking about Martial as if Martial was a player that was scoring 25, 30 goals a season. Thank you. That's what I mean. He was not. So that's what I mean.
I like the boy, but he was never.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm asking Jerry. Back to what? Back to what? Like I'm not trying to get on you, Jerry. It's like as
Martial can be better to Cavani now.
Everyone, what's happened is when he came in, everyone said, "Oh my God, he's going to be great. He's going to be great. He's going to be great." And I think after a certain amount of time, you just have to realize that maybe they're not going to be great. And it's like, say for example, like Liverpool bought Thiago. Thiago's a fantastic player. He's come in. So far, he's not really done too well. If he next season comes out and shines and shows sort of what we've seen at Bayern Munich, then everyone will say, yeah, he's, this is the player that we bought. If he goes 3 seasons and does absolutely nothing, like he is a great player still, but it hasn't worked out at Liverpool. So I don't know. I think with Martial, like all I hear is excuses. Like that's all I hear. And then when it comes to Gabby, no one makes any excuses. So it's kind of like, that's why my argument was, I'm not saying Gabby is better than Martial. Like, all I'm saying is that one gets blindly backed by everyone, and the other one gets slandered by everyone. But statistically, they ain't that different. So it's just like what they're actually doing is not that different. So I don't know.
So Abdi said Martial is a Glazer favorite. Mourinho wanted to slim. Yo, break the house, innit?
What annoyed me, what really pissed me off, No. That season, I will never forget. No, that season, I will never forget when Jose Mourinho bought a peak Alexis Sanchez, which was a flop, and destroyed Martial's confidence. He would, let's be honest, Martial would have been a World Cup winner if it weren't for that terrorist Mourinho. He would have been World Cup winner, and that's what annoyed me. What? It's true. It is true. I said Martial would have been World Cup winner if it weren't for Mourinho. It's the truth.
No, okay, yo, bro. Let me tell you. You're saying Martial No, but you're saying Martial could have been a World Cup winner, yeah? Martial could have gone to the World Cup, yeah? And he could have even been the reason they weren't the World Cup winner. It's all if and buts, bro. You never know. Yes, I do understand that obviously Sanchez coming in January was a big L for Martial because it's like, yo, I'm doing my thing right now, innit? But the thing is, like with football, sometimes you need players that will just come in and give the team a boost. I thought when we bought Sanchez, we're gonna chuck him back on the right because when he came from Barcelona, he was playing on the right. He was a right winger, innit? When he was at Barcelona, that's where he was playing more time, innit? Do you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, but that's all if and buts. He would have gone to the World Cup, a bit of World Cup. We don't know this, innit? All if and buts. He could have been the reason why they weren't gonna win it. Do you get? Yeah, big up Kojo, man. He had to kick. I think we might even be rounding it up soon anyway. I've got my little girl there. Yeah, and your house looks nice though. Wow.
Very nice. Do you want to do feel good vibes MTV Cribs?
You get me? Yeah, let's do that. MTV Cribs, give us a little tour.
Yeah, man.
Might as well. Look at the lights in the ceiling and that.
Lounge.
Wow, is that glass floor, yeah?
Glass?
No, I'm joking.
Not quite.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like just to wrap it, I'll give it to Daniel actually. Daniel, you do your thing, man. You can do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just to wrap it up, like guys, this was, as you know, another episode of Friend and Foe. We come here, we just chat about football. The first episode was the Man City show. The next one was
it was a Man City show again. I think the first
United show.
The first two were Man City shows.
There was two.
Yeah, the first two were Man City still.
This one was meant to be Jesus v Martial, but it just turned into Martial and Daniel versus Ryan. But
I might try to get Ryan on. Speak, actually.
Now you have to get Ryan on. I'd love to talk to him because I think he could probably get his points across.
Rubbish.
Sanchez is better than Salah. I can't believe I just saw that. But
no, listen. Can I say one thing? All right, Manny. I'm gonna say to Manny.
Yeah.
Manny, you've actually been honest here. Daniel James had a better Manchester United career than Alexis Sanchez. If you actually think about it.
Who? The Sanchez?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Yeah, Phil Jones had a better career than Sanchez. What are you thinking about?
Phil Jones won a league, to be fair. Won a league.
No, I get what you mean. No, Sanchez, no. So basically, Sanchez is a flop at Manchester United. But I'm saying at the time we bought him, he was like another Fernando Torres. I think we shouldn't have got him at the time. And even though he was a free, I still think Arsenal got the better side of the deal in terms of getting Mkhitaryan 100%. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't on form. He wanted to leave, and it was just money. And when he came, you could have said, okay, maybe it would have improved, didn't it?
That's got to be the worst swap though in history.
I never
wanted them. Won. Like both of them were not great, and it just like happened. Yeah, like we did a swap with Juventus.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dumbest swap ever.
And we got Cancelo, and it's like we just got a younger player who is better. And don't get me wrong, I like Danilo at City, but he just didn't really work. But yeah, we paid a little bit extra, and we ended up with Cancelo.
Yeah. Like, it happens like that. Though. That's just football.
Yeah. How's that flop? 2 titles. How's that flop?
No, as I get what Jan is saying. I think Danilo, he got 2 titles at City.
Yeah, 2 titles.
So
okay.
No, but like in terms of like as a player, he's 3 years older than Cancelo, and he's not better than Cancelo.
Yeah. And then we did another swap, which was obviously we had paid money at the same time, but we swapped Ruben Diaz for Otamendi. Like just crazy swaps in it. But normally like someone wins. But like with that Mkhitaryan Sanchez.
Yeah, Arsenal got the better side of the deal, and people were still slating Mkhitaryan at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think it was completely out of order. I think they did Mkhitaryan the way they did Ozil in a way, innit?
Abdi, right? If you had enough of Man City, you should just stop watching football because they ain't going nowhere.
This guy talks rubbish.
You know what?
Trolling, man.
Watch Europa League, innit? Because Europa League, you won't find City in there.
To be honest, yeah, Manny, can I say something?
Yeah.
The thing is about Europa League, yeah, I'm not actually bothered about the Champions League anymore because, like, I think it's a good thing that we're in Europa because I'm gonna say why. Because one, if we don't get signed, listen, no. If we don't, let me speak. Let me finish. If we don't get signed to, yeah, it's
no, legit.
No. I don't say why. Let me explain.
Your reaction is so funny.
I'm just for this season. I'm saying.
Do you want to talk? I'll leave if you want to talk. I'll leave.
I'm here to listen.
Talk then, innit? Wait. You said it's better that we're in the Europa League than
No. This season, I'm only for this season because listen, what if we don't get right wing next season? This season, we need to see how good Diallo is. We need to see how good Diallo is. Was only 18. So if wait. Let's
just pause. Let me see how good Diallo is. Your manager is 5-0 up here in the first leg, and doesn't start Diallo in the second leg. Then brings him on in the 6th. Wait, was it the 65th minute?
No. You can't expect him. No, you can't expect him to play youngsters. You can't expect him to play youngsters.
No,
you can't expect him to play all youngsters because
we're not for youngsters. I'm not telling you to bring the whole under 23s in there. We're asking you to bring Diallo. No. Okay, Yannicka. Yeah. What's that Torres guy that you guys have bought? Okay, he's a decent player.
Torres,
yeah, he's a decent player. Yeah, he's played a few games. If you let me just put it like this: if you're 5-0 up in your first leg, and you know he's struggling for game time because he's a new player. Would you expect Pep to start him the next game because you're 5-0 up and it's time for him to get out there, stretch his legs and thing?
To be honest, Pep's got a bit of slander in cup games because he will be playing like a lower league team and he will play like a very strong team. But he will bring on the young players. But people do say that Pep doesn't start, them enough. But the thing is, Diallo's a bit different because he's not like Shortire that's come through the academy. Like
man look like he's 12 years old, blood.
Yeah, you paid money for him, so it's a little bit different. Like you say, it's
40
more
million euros.
Like Torres, like you say, who Torres plays. Do you know what I mean? If he was free, like if he was an academy product, then I would understand if he doesn't play because managers don't always want to shove them in, important games. But I think when you're 4-0 up, the tie is done. So.
Was it 4? It was 5, wasn't it? It wasn't 4. I can't even remember. It was
4-0.
Was it 4?
So that's over.
When it's 4-0, yeah, them man, are not going to score.
Exactly. They're not going to score 5.
Yeah, imagine if they did. Imagine if they did.
Yeah,
How?
You're not going to put kids in defence. You put a strong defence out and you put stuff going forward.
That's what people expect them to.
There's no pressure on them to score. That's
the thing, even if you start for me, like starting Wan-Bissaka, I think it was a waste of a substitution anyway. You could have started Twanzebe from the beginning of the game, innit? So you got Twanzebe by Lindelof and what's his name, Tellers. That's a strong backline. Henderson in goal. In the midfield, okay, we have midfield crisis. You have to play Matic and Fred because that's all we've got. Donny van der Beek is injured. Okay, you've got Bruno Fernandes. This is a strong, yeah. You then say, okay, on my wings, yeah. Okay, Daniel James or Greenwood or whoever. I understand Martial starting. He needs a goal. He needs to get into form. But then you're telling me you can't put one position like the right wing. Yo, Diallo, we bought you for 40 EM. Play.
The thing is about Oli, yeah. That thing, when I was watching that lineup, yeah, I found it because he has like 4 captains. Bruno, first captain is Maguire, second is Bruno, third is Rashford, then fourth is McTominay. He basically put Rashford on because probably that's his anniversary as his first game, first day.
All the sentiment stuff, man.
Years, that's why he came on.
Yeah, but why? Why do you do sentiment?
Wait, surely De Gea is your second captain.
Second captain is Bruno. Third is Rashford.
Bruno.
De Gea's not captain. No more.
De Gea came out on live TV and said, "We can't play football this way. We need to attack."
But he's not wrong though.
Doesn't matter. Oli doesn't like that. Don't talk about my tactics. That's Oli, man.
Fair enough. Well, look, I think the biggest mistake Oli has made since he's been at United is making Maguire the captain. But besides that, Jerry, why did you say that it's good that United are in Champions League? That one I can't understand.
No, because what if you want to see Diallo? Listen, if you win a Champions League, people have never seen Diallo. Diallo will never play. You're actually being honest.
I don't think Diallo's going to play in Europa either. I don't think he's going to play.
We're not going to see.
People might get on.
We're never in Champions League.
Diallo is very overrated. I think at the minute, Diallo is very overrated, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, because they show him everywhere. Like even in Sky Sports, like
everyone's crazy. Yeah,
I'm like, even PSG as well. Like, why are you posting him in graphics in the Man United account? I'm like, what are you people doing?
They need to, I think they showed him like jogging the football. Yeah, that was very embarrassing. I can't lie. Only ain't got tactics.
Leave the kid alone, bro. And already in Instagram, he has 500k followers. 500k. Yeah.
I can't lie. He must be annoyed that it's lockdown at the minute because if it wasn't lockdown, he'd be getting all the girls. I know he seems like the guy who'd abuse that. Yeah. Diallo Salah. Okay, look, listen. You know what? I think that is a perfect way to end this stream because if we don't, I'm probably gonna go to where Ryan lives and because he's getting into my head.
Don't listen to him, man. Talk about this.
But guys, it's been another episode of Friends and Foe. Jerry, love for coming on. Yannicka, love as always. Hope you're not too drunk.
Yan, happy birthday to your mom.
Thank you. I'll let her know.
Yo, don't come on my stream and do that to my babes. Yo, happy birthday to happy birthday. Don't do that, cuz. Yeah, tell mother-in-law I said happy birthday. What's all of that? Jerry, how?
My mum's a Liverpool fan, so you know.
That's all right.
Get it. Guys, before we leave though, follow this page. Wait, this is so hard.
You know what? You might just shout. Bro, just shout your socials, man. Everyone shout your socials, innit?
Guys, make sure go on Twitter right now and follow this page. Don't worry. I'm going to be speaking facts on that alone. None of this Diallo, Ben, and Salah nonsense. Only facts on that. No agenda podcast. Nah, I'm kidding. Ryan, you've made this show amazing, and I love your energy. Keep it up. But guys, make sure to follow everyone on the platform. And don't forget to subscribe to Manny Good Vibes and smash the like button on this video. Thank you guys for tuning in.